3 years ago on the very first JJ Huddle HD broadcast. We were doing a Trotwood-Madison game. Afterwards, we interviewed head coach at the time, Mark Baker, an all-time great basketball player at Ohio State. Who would be the next guard in his pipeline? He yelled out the door into the hallway of Trent Arena and said, "Get the Yates kid." Barely 5 feet 6 inches at the time. Who would have thought that scrawny little kid with the grin on his face would grow up to be the adult Andre Yates, the man who hit the biggest shot of the weekend at the 2012 Ohio High School Athletic Association Boys Basketball Final, held at Ohio State's Jerome Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio. You should have been there, but if you weren't, JJHD was there. This is JJ Huddle HD. Hi, my name's Alex Sator, and I'm your host. And as always, we had the good fortune of leaning on Tim Langevin this week.
The D4 state final pitted top-ranked 27-0 Jackson Center in the AP pool against top-ranked defending state champs 26-1 Berlin Hiland in the JJ Huddle power poll. This day, however, Berlin Hiland could have beaten Duke. Instead, they hammered Jackson Center 68-36. Too much 6-7, 6-7, and 6-5. Seeger Bonifant, big-time high post player, shot 7 of 11 from the field, including 3 of 5 in the first quarter, and ended with 18 points. Dylan Kaufman, co-player of the year, scored 17 points, and Neil Gingrich added 12 points on 6 of 8 shooting. Gingrich had his own block party this night with 6 blocks, and that could very well be a state final record. The Hawks shot 54% from the field, 44% from three-point land, 76% from the foul line. The other co-player of the year, Andy Hoying, paced Jackson Center with 15 points, including 8 in the fourth quarter. Alex Meyer added another 7 points. The Hawks jumped out to a 15-5 first quarter and 36-16 halftime lead. They stretched it to 51-24 after 3 quarters. Cincinnati Summit Country Day captured the school's first ever state title by defeating Portsmouth 53-37. The Silver Knights led wire to wire in this one, jumping out to an 11-2 first quarter lead, holding Portsmouth to 1 of 9 shooting from the field. Jake Rawlings led the attack with 5 points on 2 of 3 shooting. He ended the game with 9 points and 6 rebounds. Country Day built the margin 41-27 early in the fourth quarter and coasted the rest of the way. Perhaps the best backcourt combination in the state, junior guard Kevin Johnson and sophomore guard Antonio Woods scored 11 and 8 points respectively. Johnson comes with a complete package. He is explosive, athletic, and a skilled ball handler. He dished out 8 assists and grabbed 6 rebounds. This kid will be playing D1 college ball in a couple of years, no doubt. Woods, who injured his knee in the semifinal win, only played 20 minutes, but is already ranked as one of the 15 top sophomore players in Ohio by ESPN's John Stovall. Holden Herzl. He finished the game with 7 points, 4 rebounds, 1 block, and 1 steal for the Silver Knights. And it was his dad who played on that same 1980 state runner-up team. His dad passed away recently, and the entire team were the pallbearers at the funeral. Holden said in the press conference, "I finished the job for Dad." Dunbar and Elida staged a classic. Dunbar was going for their 5th state title and first ever unbeaten season. Elida was gunning for their first. Dunbar overcame an 11-point deficit in the second half and used an Andre Yates driving floater from about 8 feet out to score a 54-52 win in dramatic fashion, giving the Wolverines their 5th state title and their first perfect 28-0 season. McAdams made 1 of 2 free throws to tie it at 52-52 with 11 seconds left before Yates pulled off the winner with 3 seconds left. Yates finished the game with 10 points. He sat out the entire second quarter with foul trouble. Akbar powered for 10 points, and Hawkins scored 14 points and hauled down 12 rebounds. But perhaps the hero of the game was Demarion Jeter. He scored 11 points on 4 of 8 shooting, but it was his defense on Elida's Reggie McAdams that impressed. McAdams exploded out of the gate with 12 points in the first quarter, including a 4-point play. He was 4 of 6 from the field, including 3 of 4 from 3-point land. He added 2 more points to start the second quarter, and Elida led 19-12. Then Dunbar coach Pete Bowen switched 6'6" Jeter on the 6'6" McAdams, and McAdams only scored 10 points the rest of the way. The smallest crowd of the day witnessed a physical defensive half-court grind. Pickerington Central outlasted Toledo Whitmer 45-40 to win its first ever state title in their first ever state appearance. This game was a dandy. There were 10 ties and 3 lead changes. The biggest lead of the game for either team was just 5 points. But in the end, it was the Tigers making the plays down the stretch. Leroy Alexander, headed to Nebraska, nailed a 3 with 11 seconds left to trail Central 42-40. But then Jason Best came off the bench, canned 2 clutch free throws, and Chad Nelson drained 1 of 2 free throws to seal the hard-fought win. Both teams known for football prowess, this game and score played out that way. Taco Charlton and Chris Wourmley banged in the paint all night long. Charlton finished with 6 points and 6 rebounds. Wourmley scored 2 points but collected 7 rebounds. Nigel Hayes, he scored 15 points with 9 rebounds for Whitmer. Leroy Alexander finished with the team high 19 points, 6 boards, and 3 assists. 26-2 Pickerington Central was led by Terrace LeVert with 20 points. Just C. Tate added 10. It was 9-7 Central after 1. It was tied 19-19 and a half, and then 32-29 Central led after 3 quarters. But the difference maker, Whitmer committed 14 turnovers to just 5 for Pickerington Central.